Tears fell from U's eyes as she spoke of Lee Jong Suk. What truth lies behind her emotions? Was it heartbreak, hidden love, or a story the world was never meant to hear? One thing is certain, her silence said more than words ever could. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we uncover the truth behind this emotional moment. Right now, Winu, South Korea's beloved soloist and actress, appeared in a recent interview. No one expected her to cry, yet as the name Lee Jong Suk was gently brought up by the host, the audience watched in stunned silence as tears welled in her eyes and slowly rolled down her cheeks. It was not a dramatic outburst. It was quiet, heartfelt, and deeply human. The moment spread like wildfire, clips were shared across platforms, headlines popped up globally, and fans from Seoul to San Francisco asked the same question: why did you cry when she mentioned Lee Jong Suk? Was it grief? Was it love? Or was it something far more complicated? To understand the depth of his emotions, we must step back from that moment and rewind through the years of her life, her career, and her connection to Lee Jong Suk. Their bond wasn't built overnight. It was woven through years of friendship, mutual respect, personal hardships, and whispered rumors that have followed them like shadows. The beginning. Two stars, one path. Yu and Lee Jong Suk first met over a decade ago as rising stars in the entertainment industry. She was the nation's little sister, a teenage singer with a soulful voice and heartbreaking lyrics. He was the model turned actor, capturing hearts with his deep eyes and silent strength on screen. They crossed paths at award shows, variety programs, and eventually, through mutual friends, behind the cameras. Both were introverts, known for their shyness in public but warmth in private. As their friendship blossomed, fans began noticing the little things, the way he laughed a little louder around Jong Suk, or how he seemed to pay extra attention when she spoke. Over the years, their relationship became a source of endless speculation. Were they dating? Just close friends? Or something undefined, cherished in silence? In 2022, the rumors became reality. Dispatch released photos of them vacationing together in Nagoya, Japan. The world buzzed, and their agencies confirmed that Yu and Lee Jong Suk had indeed been in a relationship, quietly, respectfully, away from the public eye. But even after that revelation, the two continued to guard their bond with tenderness. No grand declarations, no interviews packed with confessions. Subtle smiles and quiet support. The interview that changed everything. So Wina sat down for an interview in May 2025 to promote her new album. Few anticipated the emotional moments that would follow. The host, gently and respectfully, asked about how her life had changed since her relationship with Lee Jong Suk became public. She smiled at first, then paused. Her eyes grew glassy. He has always been my safe place, she whispered. Even before the world knew. He was someone who made me feel seen, not as the celebrity, but just Jian. And then the tears came. There was no sobbing, no theatrics. Just silence, emotion, and raw truth. She dabbed her eyes, apologized softly, and tried to gather herself. The host did not push. The cameras captured a moment more powerful than words, a moment of vulnerability, of love, perhaps, of loss. The hidden struggles behind the curtain. To fully understand what could have driven you to tears, you must consider not just her relationship with Lee Jong Suk, but also the pressure she carries every day. As one of Korea's top celebrities, it has had to balance fame, scrutiny, heavy expectations placed on her since she was 15. Lee Jong Suk, in many ways, shares that weight. His career, marred by injuries, stress, and the intense demands of acting, has also seen lonely moments and quiet battles. What bonded them, fans believe, wasn't just romance, it was shared survival. In private interviews with staff members and mutual friends, many have noted that their relationship was deeply healing. They understand each other in a way not many can, said one stylist who worked with both stars. They don't need to explain themselves. They just know. That kind of connection, rare and sacred, often goes unseen. Which brings us back to the interview, the moment whose tears fell. Was it love she still holds on to? Or perhaps love that she has had to let go of? The days following the interview were filled with speculation, sympathy, and solidarity. Fans across the globe sent messages of love to praising her honesty and vulnerability. But what the public didn't see was the emotional toll that moment took on both her and Lee Jong Suk. Sources close to the couple revealed that Woo had hesitated about mentioning him in the interview at all. Not because there was shame or fear, but because some emotions are too precious, too fragile. Be spoken aloud. When she finally did, the dam broke, not because of pain alone, but because of the sheer depth of what they shared. A love beyond the cameras. Despite public curiosity, Lee Jong Suk never treated their relationship as something for display. Unlike many celebrity couples who fall under the spotlight and lose themselves in public performance, they chose stillness. Their dates were quiet, their moments together shielded, and their expressions of love subtle yet profound. Friends close to the couple speak of long phone calls during filming breaks, handwritten letters tucked in guitar cases or script books, and the comfort of simply being understood. There was one night after an award show where she got overwhelmed, a friend of his shared anonymously. She wasn't crying because of pressure or failure, she cried because Jong Suk looked at her in a way that said, "You did enough." And she hadn't heard that in a long time. That's what made their bond special. It wasn't just romantic, it was restorative. The weight of silent love. But with love, especially one under the gaze of the public, comes burden. Both Woo and Lee Jong Suk have demanding careers that keep them apart for long stretches. There were moments of missed calls, unread texts, days that passed without a word. Not because of lack of care, but because sometimes, life in the spotlight doesn't allow space for personal peace. Woo once described herself as someone who loves deeply, quietly, and Lee Jong Suk, ever composed, mirrors that energy. But when two quiet hearts carry too much unspoken weight, even love can start to tremble. It's possible, some say. The tears Woo shed were not from a place of current pain, but past exhaustion. That her heart, once guarded so tightly, had finally let the world in just enough to feel the ache of everything she and Jong Suk had endured. The truth fans can only guess. Part ways? Are they still quietly in love? No one knows for sure. And perhaps, that's how they want it. But what is clear, undeniably, that his tears weren't performative. They weren't for show. They were real. Of years of navigating love in silence, hardship, healing, and immense respect. Sometimes, the deepest emotions don't come with explanations. They come with a tear that refuses to be hidden. And in that moment, it reminded the world that even the strongest hearts carry quiet aches. A closing whisper to the world. When Woo wiped her eyes and looked back at the camera, there was a soft smile playing on her lips. "He knows," she said simply. And maybe that's all that mattered. Whether their paths continue together or take separate turns, the story of Woo and Lee Jong Suk will remain one of the most quietly beautiful love stories in the Korean entertainment world. Not because of headlines or drama, but because of the honesty, softness, and humanity they showed, especially when words failed them. Sometimes, love doesn't need to be shouted. Sometimes, it's just a tear, a smile. Name whispered with trembling grace. And in that moment, the world understood, some love stories aren't meant to be told. They're meant to be